The Financial Review Market Wrap. Delivered to you by 3.
Good evening, I'm Jim Parker. Bad timing. A surprise decision by leading oil exporters to cut production has brought on an attack of vertigo in share markets around the world. In a blow to global recovery hopes, OPEC announced plans to cut output by 900,000 barrels to 24.5 million barrels a day. Oil prices jumped 4% and gold hit a 7-year high on the news. OPEC's worried about rising stockpiles, falling prices and the return of Iraq as a major exporter. But higher oil prices are just what the world economy doesn't need as it struggles back to its feet. Well, the news put skids under share markets, Australian stocks suffering their biggest one-day fall in 3 months. Apart from gold and oil stocks, the leaders' board was a sea of red. Investors worried whether the 6-month rally has done its dash. Coles Myer announced a new strategy. It plans to streamline its supply chains, investing $600 million over 5 years to cut costs by more than $400 million a year. Coles says this will mean higher share prices for its owners and lower prices for its customers, though the market wasn't buying it. ANZ Bank also caused hearts to flutter when its proposed purchase of the National Bank of New Zealand was approved by Kiwi regulators. The Aussie dollar was back knocking on the door of 68 US cents as the greenback headed south again. And that's the Financial Review Market Wrap. See you tomorrow.
10 Late News is brought to you by Hyundai Santa Fe. Run out sale on now. Ten's Late News with Sandra Sully.
Tonight, what the jet fuel crisis means for your travel plans. High emotion at a Bali bombing inquiry.
No one should have to be put through. What the family has been put through.
Surgeons save the lives of twins before the birth. And the end of a feud over a family fortune. First tonight, the nitty-gritty on your flight plans. And joining me in Canberra is an officer from the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, Mr. Peter Gibson. Peter, thanks for joining us. The airlines tonight are downplaying any prospect of real delays, but what can flyers expect?
Well, certainly international flights will be delayed. International flights need to carry large loads of fuel. When they're leaving Sydney, they'll either have to stop before arriving, pick up extra fuel or stop on the way out. Clearly there'll be delays, possibly some cancellations. For domestic flights, it's much harder to say. Domestic flights, both airlines are seeking to minimise any delays. It really depends on how the situation pans out tomorrow, the extent and nature of any disruption.
Any concerns on the safety front at all?
The good news out of all this is there are no safety concerns. There was no below quality fuel delivered to any aircraft. The fuel that had the problems was detected in the refinery and the company has dealt with it there. So there's no safety issues at all. People should be very confident flying tomorrow.
Can you tell us what exactly was the problem? I mean, why did we know so late on the eve of school holidays and footy finals that such a major problem was about to strike?
It was apparently a combination of two things. One was a regular work being done at one refinery where they had some capacity shut down. At the Shell refinery, there was simply a breakdown in one of the processes to produce the jet fuel, and it just simply means that the Shell refinery can't produce the expected extra fuel that it was going to do, so therefore you have the shortage. The companies do have a tanker in Botany Bay which they're hoping to unload tomorrow, which will alleviate the situation. More tankers are coming into Sydney as well.
Gosh, unfortunate timing though. Longer term, what's the outlook?
It is very unfortunate timing, and let's hope for everyone travelling at the start of school holidays the disruptions aren't too bad. They are hopeful that the problem will be over by the middle of the weekend, by late Saturday, and things will be back to normal.
Peter Gibson from CASA. We have some information now from some of the major airlines. Qantas says tonight that there will be no delays on its domestic flights and international flights will simply divert to other airports to fill up. Virgin Blue doesn't expect any problems either, and nor does Singapore Airlines. Police have arrested a man after a bomb scare at Perth's domestic airport this afternoon. Witnesses say a man on a Harley-Davidson rode through the glass doors of the terminal, claiming he had a bomb.